Hey, buddy. I'm Eugene Driscoll of valleyindy.org. Listen, I'm getting old. I had to get reading glasses today, okay? I picked up my prescription for glasses so I can see. So that's like an excuse, a retroactive excuse for all the typos that have appeared in valleyindy.org under the years. Turns out I was blind. But joining me is Seymour First Selectwoman Annmarie Drugonis. Hello, Annmarie. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not bad at all. I just went on a tour of the water in the valley to get a look at the Housatonic River in Shelton and Oxford, Seymour there, passing through on 34, and then I went into Ansonia. But I know as of this morning, there were 500 people out roughly in Seymour. What's the situation like now?
Those people are still out. Still the same amount of numbers. Eversource has the crew there. We have to work with Frontier, who owns the pole. And as of this morning, I know the pole was there. I just spoke to one of the officers on the scene, and they said it looks like it's going to be after 3 o'clock. That they're still going to be doing the line work up there with the poles.
Okay,
So it looks like after 3 o'clock that power is still going to be out.
And then in a situation like this, is it just one area of town that's affected, or is it kind of widespread, or?
It's mostly to that area. I mean, Eversource sent us a list this morning, so it's pretty much in that area, that whole, Ansmore, which really isn't truly in that area. It's on the other side of the mountain, if you will, or the hill. There's like one house was out on North Benham, a couple of houses were out on Ansmore, but it was really that Bungie Road, Poplar, Greenwood Circle, that whole area, as well as the high school, was without power.
And that takes us, speaking of the school, I know there was it wasn't drama, but there was a lot going on this morning in terms of our schools open or closed. Take us through what was going on there this morning in Seymour.
So as you know, we got a new superintendent, Dr. Susan Captain, which, she's a wonderful person. And we have our assistant superintendent, Vonda Teska. Both of them had no power this morning, and they were not able to do a code red for the schools. The school sends out a separate email to the students as well as to the parents about there being a delay. So when I received a phone call from our director of facility, I was already taking my daughter to school because she had to be in school earlier today as she's a senior. So I was already driving. So I was trying to get a post out on Facebook saying, hey, Seymour, no school. And then I got a call back saying, no, it's only a 2-hour delay and it's only Seymour High School. So we quickly changed that to Seymour High School, 2-hour delay. But a lot of people were upset because they felt there wasn't some transparency. And it wasn't that the superintendent failed to notify. The communication was broken down. We didn't know that high school did not have power. We knew about the tree like 12:30 this morning, but we didn't know that the high school didn't have power. And we found out they didn't have power. We quickly made the notifications as possible.
Yeah, and for anybody who doesn't live in Seymour, doesn't know what we're talking about, this is all between 6 and like 7:30 this morning when all that was happening. So, Seymour got hit pretty hard. Oxford got hit pretty hard. Just relatively speaking, if you compare that to like Derby and Ansonia. Obviously, New York City was really bad, and Jersey was hit really hard with this. But as far as I know, there were no injuries or anything like that in Seymour, correct?
No injuries. We did this morning have a person fall down an embankment when they were trying to dispose of tree limbs in their yard. They fell down the embankment, and our fire department went and they rescued her. No injuries. Thank goodness, she was fine, just a little dirty.
That's good to hear. There was also a call earlier, I think it was around noon, of a person in the water in Lake Zor, right at the Stevenson Dam. But it turned out to be a boat had capsized, and I think the person was standing in like 3 feet of water. So the person was fine. Because what goes through your mind, especially after that horrible news about the state trooper overnight, just awful that happened. So what happens now from this point on? I know people are kind of looking at the Stevenson Dam and the Housatonic River, which passes through Seymour on Route 34 Roosevelt Drive there, but it looks like it's subsiding a little bit. What's the plan there?
We're just going to watch the rivers. Everything is subsiding now, even over by the fish bypass. It's pretty cool looking. It's nice to just watch it as I posted on our Facebook page. But they're starting to subside. However, I do know we're getting more rain later on in the week. Well, actually today's Thursday. I think we're getting some rain over the weekend. So we'll have to monitor that and the winds are kind of blowing, but they're not heavy. So my concern that I'm thinking is the ground is saturated. So any heavy winds we may get, we just have to be mindful of tree limbs and whatnot.
Yeah, and I guess, and then if the power goes out, Seymour Fire Marshal will be the first to say, be careful with your generators. Don't be dying by setting up your generator like in your garage. Don't be like me. That's something I would do.
Don't put your generator in your garage, face the
20 feet
in your house. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, and thank you so much for all the posts you're doing on Facebook. I appreciate it as someone who's in like the information business. It's so helpful to see all that. I don't even live in town. So kudos to you. Yeah, that's really good to see. And then while I have you, I'll just ask, hey, people are watching this on Facebook. I'm a reporter. Got any news to report? What's on the back burner that's we can throw forward in Seymour? What is something you don't want to share with the public? Go ahead.
Oh, don't share. No, I share everything. We have a very transparent office. Seymour has our new superintendent starting, which is great. She loves to communicate. Unfortunately, with this storm and her not having power and our superintendent not having power, that kind of stunk. But I can't wait till everybody meets Dr. Captain. She's very, very nice. She's looking forward to doing wonderful things here in Seymour. We are starting interviews tonight for our EDC director. So we have 3 candidates, 1 backed out, so it's down to 2 people. So we have an interview tonight and an interview next Tuesday before our Board of Selectmen meeting. So that's kind of on the burner right now.
Do you think the town will make a decision at that select meeting after these 2 interviews?
No, they probably will not make a decision probably until end of October, beginning of November.
Going to take a little bit more time. Okay. But you got 2 finalists and you'll have, there will be an EDC person in that position, you think you make the decision by October, November?
I hope so.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
No, I just want all our residents to know to please be mindful of their areas. Please be careful. That's it.
All right, first Selectwoman Drugonis. First of all, I heard you say your name. Am I mispronouncing it? Is it Drugonis? I got to get this straight. I heard you say it a little differently.
So I say Drugonis. My mother-in-law says Drugonis.
All right. I don't know who to go with there.
I don't know either. It's just, I say it how I spell it. And that's how I know how to spell it. You would think because I've had the name for almost 21 years, I would know how to spell it. But, yeah, I say Drugonis because that's how I was taught to say it. But my mother-in-law will always say Drugonis. And sometimes I slip up and I say Drugonis just to annoy my husband. I'll say Drugonis because he says Drugonis.
All right, good. I only ask because I don't want to offend you. And I'm terrible with
I will never be offended. And it's really, my last name is Abinanti Drugonis. So
Abinanti. Okay.
Yes. My name is.
All right. I'm not going to try to repeat that all right now because I'll butcher it because I don't know how to speak. But thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks, Eugene, for checking in.
All right. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.